Why dogs stare at their owners. The hidden meaning. Have you ever been in a quiet room, going about your day, and suddenly felt a pair of eyes on you? You look up, and there's your dog, just staring. There's no barking, no tail wagging, just a silent, steady, and unwavering gaze. For a moment, it might feel a little strange, even a bit uncomfortable. You might wonder, what do they want? Did I do something wrong? But what if I told you that this silent stare is one of the most profound forms of communication your dog has? That within that gaze lies a message, a question, or a deep-seated emotion. Welcome back to Secrets of Dogs. In today's episode, we're decoding one of the most common and most misunderstood canine behaviors. Why dogs stare at their owners. Is it a simple expression of love, a polite request for dinner, or is your dog trying to tell you something crucial that you might be missing? The answer is complex, because a stare is rarely just one thing. Let's find out and unlock this secret language together. Let's start with the most heartwarming reason of all, the one every dog owner hopes for. Sometimes, your dog stares at you simply because they love you. It's a quiet, profound act of affection. When your dog looks into your eyes with a soft, relaxed expression, something truly amazing happens on a biological level. Research has shown that this mutual gaze triggers a release of oxytocin in both you and your dog. This is often called the love hormone or bonding hormone, and it's the very same chemical that bonds parents with their newborn babies. This oxytocin feedback loop reinforces your connection, making both of you feel safe, secure, and deeply attached. So that quiet, lingering stare from across the room, it can be your dog's way of giving you a non-verbal hug, a way of saying, "I feel safe with you. I trust you completely. You are the center of my world." It's a beautiful, silent conversation that strengthens your bond every single time. But of course, not all stares are born from pure affection. Dogs are incredibly observant and pragmatic creatures. They are masters of cause and effect, and they quickly learn that staring is a highly effective tool for getting your attention. Think of it as a polite, silent request. So if your dog is staring intently at you, it's time to become a detective. Ask yourself a few simple questions based on the time of day and your daily routine. Is it close to feeding time? Is their water bowl empty? Do they need to go outside for a potty break? Or are they staring at the hook where the leash hangs, silently pleading for a walk? Sometimes the request is for fun. A stare might mean, "Hey, that toy isn't going to throw itself." Other times, it's a sign of boredom. A long, heavy stare can be your dog's way of saying, "I'm understimulated. Can we please do something?" Instead of barking, which they may have learned gets a negative reaction, they use eye contact as a quiet, more polite way to communicate their needs. It's their version of raising a hand and saying, "Excuse me, don't forget about me. I need something." Beyond making requests, dogs stare to gather information. They don't just look at you, they study you. They are expert anthropologists of the human world. They watch your face, your body language, your gestures, and the objects you interact with. They're constantly trying to understand your intentions and predict what you're about to do next. Are you putting on your work shoes, which means you're leaving? Or your running shoes, which means a fun outing? Are you grabbing the keys, the leash, the treat bag? Dogs are masters of pattern recognition. They learn our daily routines very quickly. Staring is how they confirm those patterns and predict what's coming. It allows them to prepare for the next event, whether it's a walk, a meal, or a long nap by themselves. In a way, your dog is always trying to stay one step ahead. This predictive staring is closely linked to another form, the focused stare, which is especially common in well-trained dogs. Sometimes your dog stares simply because they're waiting for guidance. They've learned that looking at you is the key to earning rewards, praise, and fun. They're looking for a command, a hand signal, or a release word. Their stare is asking, "What's next, boss? Should I sit? Stay? Come? Are we done here?" To them, you are the leader of the pack, the source of all good things. And that focused stare is their way of checking in, showing they are ready and waiting for your direction. It's a beautiful display of focus, discipline, and the deep connection built through training. However, it's crucial to recognize that not all stares are positive or proactive. Sometimes a stare is a sign of confusion, stress, or fear. If your dog seems stiff, tense, or unusually still while staring, it might mean they are feeling uncomfortable or confused. Perhaps they don't understand the command you've given them. Or maybe something in the environment feels off. A strange sound, an unfamiliar person, or another animal nearby. In these moments, your dog is looking to you for information on how to react. Pay close attention to their body language. Are their ears pinned back? Is their tail held low or tucked? Are they lip-licking, yawning, or showing the whites of their eyes? These are all signs that your dog is trying to process a stressful situation. This brings us to a critical distinction. In some cases, a hard, fixed, unwavering stare can be a warning sign. This is very different from the soft, loving gaze. If a dog feels threatened, cornered, or is guarding a resource like food or a toy, they may lock eyes as a way of saying, "Back off, this is a challenge." This type of stare is almost always accompanied by other clear signals: a stiff, frozen body, raised fur along the back, and often a low growl. This is your dog's final attempt at a peaceful resolution before escalating. If you see this, do not ignore it, and do not challenge the dog. The safest response is to calmly and slowly back away, avert your gaze, and give the dog the space it's demanding. Understanding this difference can prevent serious problems. Now, this is a good time to bust a common myth. The idea that a dog staring at you is always trying to establish dominance. While a hard stare can be confrontational, as we just discussed, the vast majority of stares are not about dominance at all. Modern behaviorists understand that dogs are primarily communicating for affection, needs, or information. Labeling every stare as a power play is an outdated concept that can damage your relationship. It's also worth noting that the meaning of a stare can change with age and breed. A young puppy might stare out of sheer curiosity and to learn social cues. A senior dog, perhaps with failing hearing or sight, might stare more intently to keep track of you. Certain breeds bred for cooperation, like retrievers or border collies, are naturally more inclined to stare at their owners for direction. In contrast, more independent breeds, like hounds or some terriers, might be less prone to long, focused gazes. So with all these different meanings, a common question arises. Should I stop my dog from staring? The answer is generally no. Staring is a natural and vital form of canine communication. It's how they talk to us. Instead of trying to stop it, your goal should be to understand it and respond appropriately. If your dog is asking for something reasonable, like water or a potty break, respond to their need. If they're showing affection, cherish that moment and return it. And if they seem stressed or confused, provide reassurance and help them feel safe. If a stare is becoming a nuisance, like begging at the table, redirect the behavior by asking for a sit or down in a different spot. The key is not to react blindly, but to pause, observe the context, and read what your dog is truly saying. So the next time you catch your dog staring at you, don't just look away or feel awkward. Take a moment, look closer, check their body language, consider the context, and listen with your eyes. Because behind that silent, steady gaze, there's always a message waiting to be understood. If you enjoyed this episode and learned something new about your best friend, don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring that bell so you never miss our insights on Secrets of Dogs, where we help you decode your dog's world and strengthen the incredible bond you share. See you next time. See you.